Thanks for showing up. It's Essay Today. I'm Jake Reiner. We've got a great show lined up for you. Student Life Chair PJ Alampi is here to talk about a new initiative called Autopilot. Essay President Dylan Lustig, as always, and Amanda Harry is back for an essay meeting update. But first, let's get to your campus headlines. The New York Police Department has been monitoring Muslim students beyond their city limits, including here at Syracuse University. According to the AP, undercover officers looking for suspicious terrorist activities were sent by the NYPD to monitor Muslim student organizations across colleges and universities in the Northeast. According to Kevin Quinn, Senior Vice President for Public Affairs at SU, the university was not aware or involved in any of the reported activity by the NYPD. Today, Syracuse played host to over 1,000 prospective students. High school juniors and their families were able to receive a glimpse into student life here on the Hill. The day included a tour of campus and dorms and the opportunity to meet the faculty and student representatives from all different colleges. Some students were very impressed with SU.
It's a big school feel. I'm into the engineering program. I think it's amazing that you guys have free tutoring and that the teachers seem really open to questions and they always seem to be available.
Ron Meyer, President and CEO of Universal Studios, will make a visit to Newhouse on Thursday, March 1st. A Q&A session with Meyer and Professor Richard Dubin will take place at 3 p.m. in the Joyce Hergenhan Auditorium in Newhouse 3. Meyer will also be having lunch with students and visiting a television, radio, and film class. The Interfraternity Council here at SU gave out bids to 430 men this past Friday. Bid day is the final step in the week-long process of recruitment. Students gathered in HBC Auditorium Friday afternoon to receive their bids and join their new pledge class for the first time. Unlike sorority bid day, men can receive multiple bids, allowing them to choose what fraternity house they want to become a part of. Well, it's just about that time for your campus weekly address. Essay President Dylan Lustig, what's new?
Thanks, Jake, and thank you, Essay Today, for having me on again. There's three things that I really wanted to bring to your attention, Syracuse University. The first was an update on medical amnesty. There's a new policy that's going to take effect soon, which says that in a case of an emergency of intoxication, the caller, so that's the caller who calls for a friend who's intoxicated, will pretty much be okay. All they have to do is talk to Judicial Affairs. So they'll have a talk with Judicial Affairs and they'll be on their way. For that person intoxicated, the first time they will have to go to Judicial Affairs and be reprimanded. The second time they'll be on probation, and the third time they will be suspended. For the second update, I wanted to talk to you quickly about cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is going to be in the Code of Conduct next year, so that's a big success for us. And the third thing is a resolution that SA wrote for the White Ribbon Campaign. Thanks.
Thanks, Dylan. Great stuff as always. And don't forget, Dylan will be back with us at the end of the broadcast. Coming up, Student Life Chair PJ Alampi pays us a visit. We're talking about getting paid to be a designated driver. Stay right there.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about him. It's so much fun, whether we're talking man to man.
You don't need to be bigger than life to be a good dad. You just need to spend time with your kids. It takes a man to be a dad.
Yo, check out this chef, right?
Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
We are different. Society should aspire to be more like us.
Be part of the first class. Get energized. Get outside.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
And get moving. Experience the power of physical activity. Join the movement at ActionHeroAlliance.com.
Everyone has friends. There's online friends, Friends to go out with on a Saturday night. Friends to hang out with and do nothing. Friends who show up on moving day. And then there are the friends who'll be there if someone is dealing with a mental illness. Are you one of those friends?
Welcome back to Essay Today. Jake Reiner here with Student Life Chair PJ Alampi. PJ, great to have you on the show.
Thanks, Jake.
All right, so we're talking about a pretty interesting campaign you're working on, something new called Autopilot. Auto, of course, referring to our orange mascot. What are we dealing with here, PJ?
So basically this program is a designated day program on campus. It'll allow students to actually come and drive university vehicles to pick up other students to actually drive them home from, bars and off-campus housing and just all around campus. So it's a designated program to actually allow students to go further off around campus and come back to campus safely without having any worry.
Okay, and so these students are going to be paid by the university?
They will. We're looking at two separate programs, one that will work with work study and another one that will actually be done separate from work study and allow students to actually get paid and not have to have work study.
And how much are they going to be paid?
We're looking at a few different options. The main option would probably be $7.50 to start off an hour and then kind of grow from there.
Okay, sounds like a fantastic campaign. So switching gears a little bit, we've got another campaign that you're working on, very catchy title called B-Cycle. What's going on with that?
Well, B-Cycle actually allows students to have free bikes on campus. We're looking at a fleet of just 10 bikes. They would be located at Archibald Gym. And from there, the students could actually borrow the bikes at no cost at all. And those bikes can be driven around campus, brought down to South for about 48 hours and then brought back at no cost at all. The students would have to swipe their IDs in order to have it registered to the students. They would have to have a helmet provided by the university and then also a C-lock just to make sure that nothing is stolen.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, PJ, for keeping us informed. And we're going to talk a little bit about, we're going to get away from sort of the campaign initiatives and let's talk about, there was a movie on campus the other day.
There was a movie on campus.
Tell us about it. You were an extra. There was John Cusack, Emma Roberts were in it. I think it was called Adult World.
Yep.
Tell us about you were in the movie, right?
I did actually. I was an extra in the film. It was a lot of fun. They had me actually walking up and down between Shine and Newhouse and then also coming down the stairs from the Hall of Languages. It was a lot of fun. I didn't really get the chance to talk to Emma Roberts, but John Cusack actually did laugh at me because the snow started falling ridiculously, and my hair got messed up, and I was like, oh, my coif, which was, your hair, and he ended up laughing at me. So it was cool, though. It was a lot of fun.
That's great. A little laugh there from John Cusack.
Yep.
Always a solid thing to take away from the day. That sounds exciting. All right, thank you very much, PJ. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking with Amanda Harry, who's here to talk about the latest things at the SA meetings. And of course, to end our show, we have SA President Dylan Lustig, so stick around.
My dad's one of the producers. He's there
Bring this week.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. Check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Welcome back to SA Today. Student Association President Dylan Lustig will join us in just a second. But first, we bring in Citrus TV's Amanda Harry live in the newsroom to recap what happened at the SA meeting. Amanda, how you doing?
Good, how are you, Jake?
Okay, so we talked about the Vera House White Ribbon Campaign last week on SA Today, but I hear there's more news about what the university is doing to fight domestic violence.
Yes, Jake, there is actually. SA will be sponsoring a White Ribbon Campaign. They'll be asking students to wear white on March 22nd to class in support of the Vera House's fight against domestic abuse. 2 weeks ago, all SA members were asked to wear white in support of the Vera campaign, and it was very successful. They are hoping the event will be just as successful campus-wide on the 22nd.
Certainly the White Ribbon Campaign will have a big impact. And speaking of which, another initiative talked about last week with President Dylan Lustig was Project Impact. Do you have an update on that?
Yes, I do, Jake. Project Impact is an opportunity for non-student association students to get together in teams to work on an issue of their own. Students can receive up to $250 in funding to work on finding solutions to their issues. Applications became available yesterday, and you can pick one up in the SA office in the basement of Shine.
And I might just do that, Amanda. Student feedback is very important to SA. What are some ways they're trying to get opinions from students as to how to improve the university?
Well, aside from the usual ways of getting feedback, such as, polling and asking people to write in suggestions, SA is taking a look at the Facebook meme page. SA thinks there may be some actual concerns underneath the laughs. They are also using media to put headshots of all the SA members online, so students will know what the members of SA look like if they are ever needed to speak with them.
Amanda Harry, live from our newsroom. Thanks as always. Now we bring in SA President Dylan Lustig. Nice to have you, Dylan, back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So we're talking cyberbullying, and you guys really want to crack down on that. And you were talking to me earlier about it being sort of focused on sororities and fraternities.
That's right. Right now, we have roundtables that we're discussing the effects of cyberbullying, and we're doing this especially with fraternities and sororities. We're also working with a couple of organizations campus-wide as well, but sororities and fraternities are a big push.
And you're getting it put in the code of conduct
right.
you were mentioning earlier.
That's right. I actually had a meeting with administration the other day. They sat me down, they told me that cyberbullying was going into the code of conduct. What exactly it's going to say right now, we're not too sure, but it is a success for us to know that it's actually going in the codes.
Okay, and switching gears, we're talking about medical amnesty program that students don't really necessarily know about. What are some ways that students don't sort of get away from the confusion that they'll be told on, or they'll be sort of exposed for helping out a friend?
Right. Medical amnesty really does save lives, and that's because people will call the ambulance if their friends are sick rather than just run away. So medical amnesty and the program that is currently in place and that's going to be implemented is really important for us to get the word out about. So as I said on my campus address, for the intoxicated individual, the first offense of doing of having a transport come and get you will be a reprimand by judicial affairs. The second time it happens to you will be probation, and the third time you will be suspended. So,
all right, thank you very much, Dylan Lustig. Pretty important campaigns working on. And that's all the time we have. Be sure to go to the Student Association meeting tonight in Maxwell at 7:30 p.m. And that's all the time we have. Thanks for tuning in to SA Today. I'm Jake Reiner. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Have a gorgeous evening, Syracuse.